Gate 14 podcast, and the vibes are up. That's back-to-back series wins for the boys. JR's here, the Cali kid. How are we doing, JR? How are we feeling? How's the vibes down there in Cali? Is the sun out?
The sun's out. The sun is back out. It's now like sunny every day, which is good. But yeah, I'll be back red eye Friday night, and I'll be back for a week. So back in the city.
Are the Jays going to be home when you're back? Because they're on a little 9-game homestand, right?
They'll be. We might go to Detroit. There's talks.
Yes.
But they'll be home for that Canada Day series, but that's it.
Okay, they go Chicago, Detroit. Yeah. Okay, That makes sense. Yeah,
I think I might be free for one of the Detroit days. By the way,
like the Saturday night.
Yeah, maybe we can go down to Detroit, watch a game.
The Sunday I can be there.
Okay, we'll figure something out. For that. But Avery, how are you doing, buddy? How was your weekend? You had a little FOMO Friday night. A little bit of FOMO from Avery Shea.
Oh man, fuck. So Jared knows this guy. My good pal Gummer, Ethan Cummins. He sends me a text during the week. He goes, Shania Friday. It's like, no, I can't go. Ended up playing golf with some buddies, and then I get a text from Johnny. I didn't know this was happening, man. And he said, Ethan Cummins is the fucking best. And I was like, no way you're with him right now. And then I got a picture of those two together. And that was the one time where I was like, fuck, I wish I was there. I miss seeing those guys. But Johnny said that his girlfriend's friends are the most fucked people I've ever been out with too. Jer was out with them too.
Yeah, they just kind of like, I don't even know how to
smashing bottles on top of each other's heads at the bar.
Just like a group of like
degenerates.
It's funny because
I didn't get to see that.
Well, it's just like a group of chicks, just like it was just him and 7 girls, and the 7 girls were just like, it's just like every time you look over, they're just causing havoc.
I wish there was I didn't get to see them. I honestly didn't even see Ethan at Shania. I wish there was a GoPro on me at Shania. I was just wheeling and dealing, running around Budweiser stage, talking to everyone. I went through an entire tin of Zins that night. I must have given a Zins to everyone. Like, someone will come up, say Gate 14 to me. I'd be like, you want a Zin, buddy? They'd be like, no. They'd be like, yeah, shut up, fucking Zin. Throw it to everyone.
Candies.
You said you were drunk pretty early too, eh?
Yeah, I was fucked up. I got mangled so early for that concert, and then
you've been like Johnny Toronto. Like, you've been in Toronto.
Dude, I'm going Johnny posted that picture on his Insta. And the caption being "my roommates" is so funny because he just like hangs out at their apartment all the time.
And they don't care. I've been like, look, Alto doesn't care. He's like, you could sleep on my couch every fucking day if you want. So I'm going back to Toronto Saturday.
Holy fuck again!
Yeah. I'm buzzing. I'm Johnny Toronto. I'm the new Johnny Toronto. But no, what I was gonna say was, I wish there was a GoPro on me at the Shania concert, because I want to say this for our listeners out there that don't live in Toronto, that don't live in the GTA or anywhere around it. Budweiser stage fucks. Like, this place, the lawn, is the biggest idiot zone of all time. It's the greatest place on the planet. There's no one fighting. I could be wrong with that. The vibes are just incredible. Everyone's just there to have a good time, just high-fiving, singing the songs together, boozing. I honestly think I had 12 to 14. I did not stop drinking at that concert and did not stop double fisting. And you can see that picture of me that was tweeted with Emma and Laura. I was on cloud a million.
Oh, dude, you posting that picture with those two is
rockstar shit. I actually didn't even tell them I was going to do it, but they were like loving it. They're like, whatever. But it was a great pick. And then, we went out after, and I'll say this. Or before we go to that, Shania Twain is the songbird of this generation. I mean, you want to talk about, and all listeners who don't listen to country or aren't familiar with like country or Shania, you at least know 5 Shania Twain songs. Even if you don't listen to Shania Twain, just by association, you know at least 5 Shania Twain songs. And she was playing banger after banger after. It just never stopped. It never stopped. It was all time. It was incredible. There isn't one that got away there at this concert. I remember there was this girl who was with my buddy's ex-girlfriend, and I looked at her, and she's Italian, small little Italian girl. I said, I can't wait to introduce you to my nonna. That's what I just said to her. It was all time. She's the one that got away. I don't know what her name is. I don't know where she's at now. But yeah, she's the one that got away. But do you want to talk about just a place to fall in love? Like I said, I might do the trifecta. You might see me at Eric Church next week. I don't know. Or in 2 weeks. I got to be firing awesome, it. Man. Budweiser stage is it's the best.
We had a Gate 14 listener we were playing against today. I didn't even ask his name. I should have done that. We were playing the Titans. Second game, Connor Morrow gets tossed. Yells at fucking Frank. Worst ump in Canada. I fucking hate Frank. Gets tossed, so I have to go first base coach. And then, out of respect to him, he waited until the last out. He didn't want to say hi before. Came, shook my hand. Huge fan of the pod. It's like, thanks, man. That's awesome.
You should. That's dude. Like, and
that's part of the game, man. That was very professional of him to wait till after the game.
Yeah, it's a class act move. But no, I'll say this: the only shitty thing about Toronto is if you're not a good-looking girl, it's borderline impossible to get into the bar after 11 o'clock. So we went back from the Shania concert. We walked, by the way, like a 45-minute walk.
Yeah,
it was just the dumbest shit ever.
It's that's the one stupid part. It's great during the day because you can almost get in anywhere during the day.
Yeah,
and it's awesome. But
where'd you go? King West after?
Yeah, we went to King West, and we're outside, and we're with. I'll be honest, we're with pretty decent looking girls. There's like 6-7 girls with us. And they tell the girls to come in, and they're like, all right, you guys are going to have to wait. And we're like, no chance. And the funniest thing was my buddy Curtis left. So he was just gone. And he comes back and he has 12 slices of pizza in his fucking hand, just walking through the streets of Toronto, just handing people slices like he's Santa Claus. That's the guy that was eating the grilled cheese sandwich on Twitter.
That guy loves to eat, man.
He's the best, bro. He's the best. But yeah, and then Saturday. So I'll tell you the story about Saturday. So last night, we went to Belfast. Luckily, we got in because we were with this birthday party. These people, I had no idea who they were. Yeah. And Scotty Barnes is upstairs at the Isabel or whatever. He's just there getting mugged by people. But anyways, we're at Belfast. There is no air conditioning there. I'll always vet Johnny Move. I will never wear light colors out. You want to just get ahead of that. You don't want to wear the tans. You don't want to wear the beiges. You want to wear the dark colors or white going out. So this place was hot as shit. Yeah. All right, hot as shit. And then there's this guy, which really pissed me off. He might be listening to this. There's a Gate 14 follower out there who comes up to me, Johnny, this, all that type of stuff. And he's watching videos of me in front of me. And I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Respectfully, go away. What are you doing? He's watching videos showing his friends. I don't know if they're making fun of me or I don't know what it was, but it was insane. And then yesterday, later in the night, those three kids took a picture with me. The one that I tweeted where, by the way, Avery, I look incredible in that picture. That's a great pick. But yeah, it was just, I don't understand how these bars are so there's just no AC in these fucking places in Toronto. It's insane. I know it's packed, obviously, but it had to be 45.
Yeah, you gotta say,
I was in a sauna.
Well, even if there is AC, it's just you put so many people in there, fucking body temperature's going up, man. That's disgusting feeling, man. Just being hot in the bar, maybe the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah,
I'm just getting wet right now. It's this is the worst feeling. We go to locals. Sura takes us to locals all the time.
Oh, classic.
And that's just in the basement. And they just have to open the windows to outside. It's so fucking hot in the bottom.
Oh my god! We got to get some AC going there. It's nightmare fuel. Absolutely nightmare fuel.
That's brutal. That's what Toronto has come to ever since.
I'm sure LA is probably fucking worse. I'm sure LA is.
The LA heat
LA's good, actually the weather. It's probably colder here than back home. It's not boiling hot because you're near the water. And it's not their prime time for weather. So
I can respect that. That makes sense, I guess. But yeah, anyways, moral of the story is, man, Shania is the best. Johnny Toronto's all the way back. And I actually proposed this to Avery. I said to Avery, this is how much of a good guy I am. I said, let's fucking move to Toronto. We'll get a 1-bedroom. I'll sleep on the couch. You could have a room. I don't give a shit. Just get me in the goddamn building. That's all I want. Just get me in the building. And we'll just take
that's the worst financial move for me because I work in Kitchener. Just going further away from where I work every day. But that was a good guy Johnny move. There's a lot of good guy Johnny moves you've been pulling recently.
Yeah, I'm just living in the moment. I know this podcast is buzzing. I'm just living in the moment, just grinding. But yeah,
if we wanted someone to sponsor the pod, we're open to sponsors, by the way.
We might have to hire a sales guy.
We've never said this live before.
Let's get a DM. Let's get a sales manager.
Yeah, we're now open to sponsors.
Yeah. Yeah. We're open to sponsorships. We're open to sponsorship. And speaking about that, some big Gate 14 news coming out here. Canada Day stuff. JR, you want to speak on that? I feel like the people, I've been hinting at it a lot on the like the live streams and stuff like this. What's it called? The something classic shirts, these tan shirts,
They're like,
nuts. They go nuts. This might be the nicest shirt ever. Like
this logo
this is a bar shirt.
We've been developing this for a while. But it's gonna be new. We have a new product coming out with the shirt, which is really cool. It's a different shirt. It's a more classier shirt. You wear
We're
it
in
at
Belfast.
I'm not gonna say a specific place as a hint, but it's a place where you would go for girls at the Rogers Center. But that's the only hint I'll give. But no, super excited. We're definitely, hopefully, I don't want to make any promises here about launch date. But hopefully we get those samples ready to rock so we can get you guys some pictures and get it launched.
Fuck it. Yeah, I'm excited for it. The Canada Day is going to be awesome. This weekend is the best because it's just the weather's really good. The Jays are playing at home, which I'll always love. Sold out. Great vibes. It's electric. So I'm pumped for it. I can't wait for it. And let's go into Blue Jays talk. So
can we talk about the video coming out on Monday?
Oh yeah. So okay. Tomorrow is the video that's going to be the basketball me versus Avery. JR hasn't even seen it yet, so I'm excited for him to see it for the first time.
I'm excited.
JR, what do you think? What do you think happened?
I'm guessing it's the worst basketball game I've ever seen in my life.
You pretty much guarantee that.
Yeah. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee.
I haven't watched it yet either. I got the email saying that it's in my.
I saw that our guy sent the video, and I didn't want to look. I want to watch it on YouTube when it comes out. So it's got to be just some of the worst shit I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, it's terrible. But yeah, that's what comes with the territory. I'm going to say this. I've watched it 3 times already. It is the funniest video we've ever done. I look dumb as shit. Avery, it's just, I'm not going to reveal the result. Maybe we'll talk about the result on Thursday's podcast if enough people have watched it. It's the dumbest video ever. It's so stupid. But
I was there live. I remember how dumb it was, and now I can't wait to watch it back to look even.
Just watch the highlight tape. Watch the highlight tape. It's going to be all time. I'm excited for it.
What time we want to put it out tomorrow?
6 o'clock. 6 o'clock tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah, 6 o'clock tomorrow.
Get that.
Yeah, it's going to be, it's all time. But let's go into Jay's talk. So today, the video heard around the world, the call heard around the world. Buck Martinez has completely lost it. And this is the funniest thing because, he didn't fuck up everything the entire game, but just this one little clip. I wasn't listening to it, obviously, because I'm on stream. I don't want to get copyright strikes with something like Sportsnet, like we did with the Game 5 fucking thing.
Oh, that was bullshit.
Yeah, but all of a sudden, like the entire live stream chat is, did Buck just say Cavan's been fucking? Like that was the entire thing. I was like, what are you guys talking about? And then our guy Kyle Treats tweeted it at me, and I'm watching the video, and he's like, he's been having a lot of success pinch hitting, and I was like, he's been pitch hitting and been having some sex. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? And he was trying to say success, which makes it even funnier because it's just fully, he just said he's started having sex. Do you think he realized that after he said, he's like, oh, fuck. I said he's been having sex.
No, I don't think he knows he fucked up at all. My brother gets home. He doesn't watch a lot of Jays baseball because he was in Florida.
Yeah.
First thing he says to me is, Buck Martinez is still fucking doing this. And I said, yeah, man, he's still doing this. Buck has lost it. He was a better play-by-play than he is color guy. Like,
for sure.
I want to hear Buck talk less and not ramble on. But if he's going to keep putting himself in funny situations, like saying Kevin Biggio is having sex.
Or Marcus Seaman.
Yes, I need more Buck Martinez.
It's so goddamn funny. It was just like, you can't even be mad about it. Honestly, just listen to the game with an open mind, man. It's so fucking funny just hearing him like just ramble. Like, he's a pitch hitting and he's having sex. Just like
on a sex.
And that brings the question. So Kevin Biggio's fucking now. Besides Nate Pearson, who's the other virgins left on this team? Who's a virgin you think in here?
Oh, does Trevor Richards have kids?
Yes. He'd be a great virgin, though. He'd be a great virgin.
Jordy.
No chance.
I mean, he oozes sex, man.
He does. He just smells like. He probably smells like sex.
Yeah.
Tony Romano probably just like you walk in his room and it's just like this guy's been fucking.
Tyler Heineman would have been there for me, Magic
for
Man.
sure. Yeah,
I know he has a kid.
Yeah.
All these guys have fucking kids now.
I'm trying to think who would be everyone on this team.
No one is, right?
No.
Is Guillermo Martinez a virgin? Do you have any kids? I don't know. We'll say Guillermo Martinez is the virgin left, but it's always Nate Pearson. It's always Nate Pearson. That's the virgin of blue. Just Dr. Internet's been saying it. Everyone's been calling him it, and now it's just been implemented in my mind that he is the virgin of Blue Jays of the Toronto Blue Jays. So
Dr. Internet being private on Twitter and us talking about him every episode is sickening. Is an absolute.
I'm thinking about making a Twitter of just just saying his tweets, but Dr. Internet on private, so people can see it and get like the privilege of seeing it.
His tweet today, I was driving home, checking Twitter as I always do, so bad, and he said what I would do to hit a home run in the big leagues or something like that. And I had tears in my. I don't know what it is, but anything he tweets, I think is the funniest thing that's ever been tweeted. He's the funniest
human being ever. He really is the best. He's the best to ever do it. But he really is. It's all time. I'm gonna do the giveaway. Sorry. So for this Friday's game, I spun the wheel before the podcast. Congratulations. If I'm saying this name correct, I think I'm fucking it up. I definitely am. Andrew Suter. Congratulations to Andrew Suter. DM us, and you know what I'm gonna do here.
How'd you get that name wrong, Johnny?
Suter. It's Sutor. You have to. This is my thing. You have 2 days to DM me. If you've listened to the podcast, I'm making sure you have to be listening to the podcast to get these tickets. So Andrew Suter, come on down, DM us. You got 2 tickets to the Friday game. By the way, you want to talk about a guy who doesn't care about money? I could flip these tickets for a shit ton because this entire weekend tickets are expensive as shit.
Really?
Every game. Every game. And these seats are 232, which is like I said, the best section where you can overlook the CN Tower, beautiful view. It's all time.
And in the shade, right?
And in the shade, yeah. So congratulations, Andrew Suter. You won the giveaway. Buy a lottery ticket, brother. You did it. Yeah. Let's go to some Blue Jays baseball, boys. Friday's game, nightmare fuel.
Yep.
They lost to the Oakland Athletics. And what did it cost? A Vladdy home run. We wasted a Vladdy home run at home to lose to the Athletics. I didn't get to see much of the game. I watched the highlights when I watched the highlights when the night was over at 5 a.m. on the couch.
Yep.
Not asleep yet. I watched the highlights. So I was dialed in on this. When they're just having drunk conversations at the table, I was watching Jay's highlights, just like, this is my job. I'm locked in here. What the fuck was that game? What was that? That was terrible.
So it's the Chris Bassett done calling his own pitches game, right?
Yeah, rest in peace to that.
And it was Jano catching him, which seems to be weird for some of the guys who pitch way worse to Jano than Kirk and Tyler Heineman. So interesting. And he was like, yeah, I'm probably done calling my pitches. Do we have to block him on Twitter?
No. Well, ever since he started following us, he's had 3 bad starts. No, he followed us before the Mets game when he had a kid.
So he had a great start, and that night he followed us.
Yes.
Since then,
we might have mushed Chris Bassett. Okay, I'm gonna give him 2 more.
Or do we want to put the onus on him that he hasn't responded to our DM? That's why he's been bad.
Yes, actually, yeah, he hasn't answered our DM still. Kind of heartbreaking stuff, but whatever. There's a big collab coming up this week on Wednesday. We'll stay tuned for that. Gate 14 Nation. Yeah, I think it's on him until he answers that DM. I mean, I don't know what the numbers are since Eric Swanson answered our DM. It has to be below 1 ERA. This guy's a fucking freak. This guy's a freak. Yeah, it's definitely something to do with that. But let's talk about the Vladdy home runs. And I'm going to say this. I missed them. And obviously it's not even a hot take. When he hits a home run, it is the coolest goddamn thing on the planet. We have been robbed of that all year. Just 10 home runs or 11 it is now. We have been robbed of Vladdy home runs because they fucking rule. They're hit hard as shit, and they just go to the moon. That one on Friday, what are you doing throwing him that? Didn't he like whiff on 2 sliders away, and then you throw him a fastball inside? What are you doing?
Well, like Vladimir Groundout Jr. hits that right into the ground usually.
Yes. It's a good
But
point.
you're so right about the Vladdy home runs, man. It's like I couldn't believe my eyes. I was watching. It's like, oh, that ball's hit so hard and at the perfect launch angle. And in the back of my head, I was still like, this probably isn't going out somehow. And then I saw the Sportsnet camera just pointed right to the fucking roof. And it's like, okay, this one's actually gonna get out. Thank God. And then the next night too, the second one was a better home run, I thought.
For sure.
He launched the first one, but I loved the second one.
Yeah, we'll still talk about the first game. I mean, Chris Bassett was like, it's crazy that he was calling his game. Like, I couldn't imagine being on the mound, having to worry about pitching, as well as like calling a game and like studying hitters. I don't understand why people do that. Why not just let the catcher work back there and do it himself? Because he's not worrying about actually physically throwing the fucking baseball. I feel like it's like more mentally draining being on the mound, worrying about what pitch you're throwing, what button to click, as well as like how to execute it. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. I'm not a pitcher, but I feel
it is kind of crazy. But like, if you think about it from a business standpoint, which we should never talk about, it's quite literally your career. And if you're putting your career in the catcher's hands that you don't agree with, it's just like it's not successful for you. Why would you ever do it? That's where I think it's okay. But then it just too many bad starts in a row. He's just like, I need to just fucking get up there and throw again, right? And if you're thrown to you're thrown to 3 different catchers this season, they're not going to know you as well as if you just have one guy catching you every time, like Yachty catching Adam Wainwright nonstop. It's like, you know, everything, you guys are on the same page. And Chris Bassett is a guy who doesn't throw hard, so he needs to outthink some people. And you can't get into Chris Bassett's mind if you haven't been around him for a long time. That's why I think it makes sense. But again, you start to struggle. Fuck it. Let's get back to the basics.
And I feel like it takes longer because he has so many pitches, right? Like if he's not on the same page as the catcher, I feel like it's just a walking pitch violation.
That's the other thing too. Like you're not shaking stuff off. So I'm sure he'll get some violations the first time. It's like, you have 8 pitches. Which one am I going to fucking call if you're the catcher?
It's a weird thing. He needs a catcher that he's close with. But now his guys like Heineman, who he actually enjoys pitching to or has success pitching with, and Kirk are both out. They're hurt now. So it's just Jano and Varsho left. Because I think Rob Brantley's hurt in the minor leagues. So
hell yeah, dude.
We've reached this part now where Dalton Varsho might strap it up behind the dish for the Toronto Blue Jays without catching in like a year. That's going to be kind of funny. Just seeing Varsho behind the plate. I'll be
happy with that.
That actually would be like kind of bring some energy.
But I feel like I've never seen a catcher like Varsho, like a legitimate fast as shit, could play a corner or center outfield, like a really good outfielder behind the plate. Like all these catchers you have are just, I guess Buster Posey was like a really good athlete, but all these Jays catchers are slow as shit. No respect to Jano, obviously. Just slow, they're athletic, obviously, but it's just like seeing Varsho behind the plate, a guy that's one of the best athletes on the team, is going to be insane. It's going to be fucking insane. And whose gear does he wear? You think he's asking Heineman for the gear?
No, he's definitely got his own gear.
You think so?
Yeah, but they probably gave him a full set before the season.
Well, whoever sponsors him would give him some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Because he is the emergency guy, right?
Yeah.
So he definitely have some anyways. I think Tyler Heineman's a decent athlete.
I like Heineman too. I like his swing.
What was his injury? What was his injury today?
It's his back. So it was
man.
a 3-2 count. He took a massive swing, like a daddy hack on a 3-2 count. And it's like, I'm done. Jano came in, fouled the ball off 97, elevated, and then walked the next pitch. 3-2 count, the weasel walk.
That's awesome.
Bring up that OBP. I don't
know. Heineman does really good. I could say this every podcast. His ability to bunt is very underrated.
He had a really nice bunt today. Did you see that?
Yep.
Really nice bunt today on the third baseline. He's a good third catcher. Like I can't believe the Pirates just said fuck it with him. That's kind of crazy, but he's a really good third catcher. He's a good depth piece. Honestly, switch hitter, like an emergency guy to come off the bench, maybe lay a bunt down and extras for you. I don't know. I don't hate Tyler Heineman. I really don't. But it sucks that he's injured now, and Varsho's the backup guy, and Jano's going to be just hauling for the next week,
Yeah.
just catching.
And it's like they didn't want Jano. Sadly, is injury prone. Like this is the biggest nightmare of all time.
You know, Jano's last 162 games, he's at a 33 home run pace.
Yeah, he fucking rocks.
He fucking rules. And he's the only dude on this team that says fuck Guillermo Martinez and just pulls nukes.
Yep.
He really is. He really is.
It should be a sign to everyone. Just like elevate baseballs to the pull side where your power's at most of the time, and they'll leave the yard. They brought the fences in so you could hit more home runs, and then we started playing pepper with the fucking right fielder.
Yeah, it's just Swan. I mean, Jano forever, bro. But Friday's game. Another thing that's been pissing me off is this narrative that Jordan Romano sucks. I don't care how good he is. He's the 9th. He shouldn't be pitching in the 9th. He's this. I don't trust him. He had I don't get, and maybe Avery could talk me into this. I don't understand why we put closers in and tie games in the 9th. Like, what makes sense with that? Why not put them in like extras or
because
the scoring position?
The closer role is quite literally just your best guy. So
I think Swanson's the best guy in the bullpen, though.
Okay,
his WHIP is .86. Avery, Eric Swanson's WHIP is 0.86.
But prototypically, what I'm saying is the reason he's your back end guy is because he's your best, and you trust him in the close games that you put him in every time. So that's why it's like, okay, you need a 0 at that point, right?
Yeah.
And as the closer to win a game, you also need a 0. So just because it's not prototypical save situation, it's still an important spot.
Yeah, I guess that's a good
And
point.
I know he fucking hung a slider. Like
the Shea Langler's is, by the way, a really good hitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good. Baylor alum.
Yeah.
I think he was a Golden Spikes guy, or he was up there for a Golden Spikes.
Had to have been. He was a really good college player, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, you hang a slider. He hung a couple sliders he hung really bad one to Ryan Noda yesterday for his save as well. It's just like, the location has been worse, I think, as of late. The stuff's still good.
Yeah, stuff's really good. I just hate the takes, man. It's so crazy. Everyone just gives up on him. Like, he's so good. He's literally leading the league in saves. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Just shut up. It's crazy.
That was a stat padding save yesterday, too.
Oh, yeah. The best stat padding save ever. The best stat padding save ever. Let's go into yesterday's game. So yesterday's game, I was in attendance. I was in the building. Shout out to a guy, by the way, on Twitter. This is the funniest thing about Gate 14 Twitter is we have boys that work for the Jays on the team, and they'll DM us from burners because they don't want to be they want to be anonymous. This guy's name is just douchebag on Twitter. And he just DM'd me. I was like, hey man, do you have tickets for Saturday's game or whatever? He's like, yeah, man, sure. Like, what's your I check my email, I get them in 2 seconds. I look at the tickets, third baseline, 2 rows up. I was like, oh, okay. I have no business sitting here, but sure. So I'm sitting there. So shout out douchebag. Don't know your name, but and then this is another thing. So you know how when you send tickets, it says you're like so and so sent you tickets.
Yeah.
He even changed that name to Dumpster Fire. So I have no idea what his name is. He just sends me tickets because he's like, I work in the office and I just want to stay anonymous, all that type of stuff. So shout out to that guy. He's a legend. That game ruled. Saturday's game ruled. That was Jose Barrios is disgusting at the game of baseball. Sub 3 ERA since whatever it's been. I don't remember the stats up, but 8 punchies, 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs. Everyone in the lineup got a hit besides Varsho, who went 0 for 3 with I believe it was no punchies, just a couple ground outs. That game was awesome. We're hitting home runs again, doubles, Bichette 2 doubles, Jano launching baseballs. That game was awesome. Yep. 7 runs, a crooked number. It felt like a million years since we put that up. Fuck, man, that Saturday game was unbelievable. Sold out. The vibes were incredible at the stadium. I don't understand why the dome was closed. It was hot as shit outside, beautiful, sunny, and I got myself in a terrible situation, Avery. So there was a couple fan pictures taken with me at the stadium, and I'm wearing sunglasses inside. I thought the dome was going to be open, so I wore sunglasses to the dome and left my glasses at the condo. So I went the entire game indoors with the Rogers Center, the dome closed, wearing sunglasses. I couldn't see shit.
You're a glasses guy, though. Like, those are prescription glasses, right?
Yeah, exactly. But it's so dark.
Yeah.
But
I have 2 thoughts. I also do that at nighttime at the Rogers Center. Like, I feel bad, but it's like they're prescription. I gotta wear them, guys.
Yeah.
2 Oakland A's thoughts. 1, Shintaro Fujinami is going to be the best Tampa Bay Rays pitcher of all time. That guy's stuff is fucking great. No idea where it's going, and when it's in the middle, it gets hit. But he will go to a
Dodgers. I'll go to the Dodgers
or the Rays and be fucking sick. So that's and 2, those Oakland A's jerseys are the best in baseball
for sure. They're not. It sucks that they're dog shit because their jerseys and their style there's some potential there. There's a 100%. Lot of potential there. But you were speaking about that with the pitcher Fujinari. How do you pronounce it? Fujinami. I was obviously, like I said, I was 2 rows up. I was watching this guy. He was just sitting 101.
Yeah.
Like I was looking at the score. I was like, holy shit. 101, 101, 101. If he can just figure it out just even a little bit, he is going to be the best thing that has ever stepped on a mound.
Yeah.
He really
he's pretty old too. Yeah. But you can teach an old dog new tricks. Kikuchi style, man.
I don't know if that's a saying, but yeah. He just I don't know how he gets hit. I really don't. It's so effectively. It could be effectively wild.
He throws splitters at 95. It's nuts. His problem in Japan too was just walks. He walked the world. He'd be like sent to the Japanese minors all the time because he just walked so many.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But obviously he has an arm gifted by fucking God himself.
Him being 3-7 and being an opener guy is so bad.
Well, yeah, because he just loses them the game in the first inning and takes the loss.
That's insane, man. I would love Pistol Pete to get a hold of him. I would love Pistol Pete Walker.
No, Pete will not do good things with Fujinami.
Listen here, son.
Oh my god, his game logs are so funny.
It's terrible. It's just a ton of crooked numbers. I feel terrible for that guy because he's probably like alone in a shot. I don't think there's any other Japanese players in the team in Oakland. He's probably just like secluded. I don't think he speaks that well English, if I remember correctly, because he had a translator with him, like Kikuchi does. But fuck, that's a guy you got to be rooting for. Just as a bystander, not an Oakland A's fan, that's a guy you're rooting for. Because if he could be good, it would just rule seeing a guy 101 on the block consistently.
Also, Tyler Wade on the
fumbled the bag. Yeah, that guy fumbled the bag.
Did he ever? Yeah. What an idiot!
He's a big cuts guy. Did you know?
Really?
Like
you should send him a picture of Alex Earl.
Like he did a podcast at the show. It didn't get released, but he's like,
why didn't it get released?
The Alex Earl thing is a funny thing because Alex Earl, like she like has been seen wearing cuts. Like she wears the Cuts women's line, and then like it was always this thing like, fuck, like we're Wade guys. We're Wade guys, but we're talking to Alex Earl. It was like right in between all the shit was happening.
You should slide into Alex Earl's.
Yeah,
she is
being against Devin Booker, who wins.
Has there been a bigger bag fumbler than Tyler Wade on the planet?
I mean, though I don't think so. To be honest, you got to think. Okay, he's like 7 years older than her, something like that.
Age is just a number, man. When you get that
like
old.
She was nothing when they were dating. So you got to give kudos.
Well, she's still
to
just
Wade.
Like hot as fuck.
Yeah,
yeah.
You got to give kudos to Wade though for like, you know,
put her on.
I mean, Wade's a good-looking dude, but
he's not struggling.
He's doing fine for himself, but he's also like a very to himself type guy. And when she started to blow up, he was probably like, "Fuck this."
I think they broke up.
I'm not going to be in the spotlight.
I'm pretty sure they
want to be
up.
known as the guy.
Yeah,
the fucking
but
boyfriend.
Unfortunately,
like,
he is, and that's the easiest chirp as a fan.
I know
that's the easiest chirp as a fan is just telling a guy you fucking fumbled the bag, or just saying the ex-girlfriend's name. That would put anyone in a pretzel. So,
but then again, he can use it as a flex for girls. It's just, you know,
he has no problem getting ass. I'll say that.
Yeah, no, he definitely does it.
He's in his state that he's freaking was born, California. He's doing completely fine. He just can't figure out how to stay in the majors.
Yeah, he's been really. I mean, he has like a 420 OPS or whatever the fuck it is. He's terrible.
If he can't make the Oakland lineup, we were talking about this. We're just like, fuck, man.
I'll tell you this though, boys. Like watching the Oakland A's Saturday, Sunday, man, does it make that loss embarrassing as shit on Friday. Yeah. They suck.
We can't. Yeah, that's the thing. Like we talked about this, but like we have to like sweep these series. Like in reality, like
They really should have.
yeah.
Like that was just terrible, and they could have tied it too. Bottom of the ninth, runner on second. Was there no outs for that, Avery, or one? Because Vladdy gets a leadoff double, right? And then I think there was no outs. I could be wrong on that.
Well, if he hit a
Nope.
leadoff double, there would be no
Yeah.
outs.
I don't know if it was a leadoff double though.
I thought it
that's what I'm trying
was.
to say.
I thought it was.
That Red Sox series at home though, that's like looking at the neck till we play the Dodgers. Like that's the big series I see. Like we got to win that one.
I even
We
think the
gotta win
Giants
that
won. The Giants are the hottest team right now. I'm pumped for the series, boys. I don't know about you guys. This is going to be awesome. Like the Giants at the Rogers Center. I don't think I've ever seen the Giants live before.
It's been a while since the Giants have been at the Rogers Center.
Yeah, it's going to be sick. But so continuing with Saturday's game, I want to talk about this. I want to make a clip about this. We've been hard on this guy, really, really hard on this guy. I want to give a pump. I want to give a shout out to Santiago Espinal, who's really figured it out at the plate, man. Last 15 games, 12 for 37. He's hitting 324 with 4 RBIs with a 444 on base percentage and a 459 slugging. His last 30 games, he's hitting 289 with a 386 OBP and a 408 slugging percentage. This is a guy who's figured it out, man, and he could play everywhere. Bo Bichette's out of the lineup. He's injured or whatever, wants a day off. Throw Espinal out short. You know he's going to be great defensively. This is an underrated guy that's going to be a decent bench piece who's shown that he could figure it out at the plate. I mean, these stats aren't this is a pretty decently big sample size. 30 games hitting 289. That'll play. Shout out Espinal, 2022 All-Star.
Yep, the best All-Star there ever was. No, you got it. His thing was contact usually. Like he's not gonna hit for power.
Yeah.
So as long as you're hitting for contact, getting on base a lot too, you can deal with that, right? It's kind of like Kevin Biggio-esque game plan. So hey man, if those are his numbers, and you saw it this weekend too, he hit the ball hard. So we'll take that from SB, man. And he like decent defensively, and him being that versatile is a big thing for this Blue Jays team. Barring like you pray there's no injuries, but if there is, it's nice for him to get hot here.
Yeah, and it also looks cool just saying like an all-star is coming off the bench. So
you say that?
Yeah, just an all-star coming on. We got an all-star coming off the bench. We're good. But yeah, that Saturday game, man, the great Jan Bino. This guy's insane. Me and Alto did like a little lap, and I wanted to go somewhere where I haven't been before. I've never really like stayed where the standing room was beside the visitors bullpen. So I stood there and watched it. That view's awesome. I don't think I've ever sat there before, ever, like in the bleachers, stuff like that. That view was awesome. Watching him hit that, I texted him immediately and I was like, not to be that guy, but I threw in a Zen before you launched. And he was like, what about a dip? And I was like, ran out at Shania. That just ran out at Shania. He's like, I'm disappointed in you, man. But yeah, no, it was he's awesome. Like he's just a guy you root for. Obviously, we know him personally. We know how good of a guy he is. He's just a salt of the earth, plays baseball, doesn't give a shit about social media, doesn't care about the clout, none of that stuff. He just puts his nose down, nose to the grindstone, works, goes home and just enjoys with his family, doesn't do shit. That's what Jano does.
I think Jano's my favorite player on the team.
Because he's like a normal guy. He like really is. You could just relate to him. You can tell.
He's been here for a while too, man. Like I would have been devastated if they dealt him in the offseason.
Me too. That would have been a guy I just couldn't like bombard with texts after he was doing good with the Jays. So it'd be a nightmare fuel. But he really is. I think, would you say he's up there for a fan favorite? I feel like everyone, like there's just no one that 100%. Hates him. Like there's no one that hates him, right? There can't be. Maybe like the stat nerds or even the stat nerds like him too, because there's so much good stats with him with his pulling the ball and stuff.
Yeah, it's tough to hate.
Jer hates Kirk though, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that sounds way back, man. That sounds that goes way back.
Hating Kirk is just so phantom. Just like the most innocent guy who doesn't talk. He's just like he's just all
he seems like the nicest. That's like hating Kikuchi, man. All right, let's do the Espinal.
Wasn't buying in the hype.
Let's do the Espinal stats.
Before.
Okay, let's hear the Espinal stats, Dave.
OBP April 255. OBP May 281. OBP in June 405.
Wow, really? So he's going through his little Linsanity run, the Gurriel run. Remember Gurriel last year?
No, Gurriel, he does it every year where he's the best hitter of all time. And he's not doing that at all. But Espinal never had an OBP this good last year. Not even fucking close.
Really? So is
September.
Actually, September.
September was 25 points lower.
Wow. Is it SP to the All-Star game? Some are saying.
Yeah.
But
he had a ton more plate appearances, but still.
Shout out to him. Another guy from Saturday's game who just gives you zeros after zeros after zeros out of the bullpen. Timothy Meza, folks. Like, you want to talk about a guy that we always said this, Avery. We'll never like him, right?
No.
Like, I don't know what it is. I'll just always, for some reason, hate Tim Meza, just like Biggio.
I think hate's the wrong word.
No, hate. Like... Sorry. I'll just never look at him like he's elite. But he has a 1.33 ERA.
It's the supply teacher vibes you get from Tim Meza. Like, that guy's not going out there to cut throats. He's going out there to
just pick corners, slice and dice. You'd be a little weasel on the bump. Tim Meza is awesome.
I think I said he was my least favorite Blue Jay going into this year. But
and a redemption arc from hell, Avery. Redemption arc from hell.
I mean, he threw 13 sinkers and 1 slider in his outing and 0 in the 7.
Let me read you some Tim Meza stats. His last 30 games, 22 innings pitched, a 1.21 ERA, 3 earned runs in 22 innings. And I'm hearing these people, Jays need bullpen depth. Fucking Blue Jays dad. This is a guy that's a bullpen depth piece that has been insane for you. He is insane this year.
I wouldn't even call it depth because he's like your 7th inning guy. Right?
Yeah, for sure. But now you can go like, there's just so many more options, like Meza, who's been 1.33, Romano, who's been obviously really good, leading the league in saves, Swanson, 0.86 whip, Nate Pearson obviously was good, Trevor Richards is really good. Like, this is what I'm talking about with this bullpen depth that I don't understand why there's just this continuous narrative that the bullpen sucks.
Yeah, I thought it when I saw Jimmy go out with that injury, I thought to myself, and I think I texted it to you guys, that the bullpen seems kind of thin if Jimmy's gone, even though he's been kind of shit. But then you tell me those guys, and it's like, okay, if we're leading a game, this bullpen's not thin. If we're behind in a game, this bullpen's thin.
Yes. Because you don't have any,
is where I think I'm at. Like, I know you kind of use the same guys, but we got 3 or 4, 5 guys like Richards, Pearson, Meza, Swanson, Romano.
Okay.
5 really fucking solid guys.
Yeah, exactly. Great point. I'm going to probably clip that later, tweet that on tomorrow, but maybe TikTok it. We need to get back with the audio clips on TikTok. Going into Saturday, though, a story that is not baseball related. A couple Blue Jays boys were at the Nelly concert Saturday. I don't know if you saw that story.
No.
Do you see who was there?
Can I guess?
What a crew. What a crew this was.
Okay.
Eric Swanson, Brandon Belt, Whit Merrifield. There was one more guy. I'm trying to remember who else it was. I know people are probably punching their fucking stereo right now or whatever, pissed off that I don't know the 4th guy. But Kevin Gossman. Kevin Gossman, Eric Swanson, Whit Merrifield, and Brandon Belt at a Nelly concert last night. Are you kidding me? I would have loved to be a fly on the wall at that concert. And someone has to remind us when we get Swanee on the podcast, maybe All-Star break or whatever, we have to talk about the stories from this podcast. Because those dudes were getting the fuck after it. They were getting the fuck after. Brandon Belt knew he wasn't in the lineup today. He got after it. Gossman knew he wasn't pitching till Tuesday. He got after it. What a crew. And
I can see Brandon Belt sipping on like Hennessy at a Nelly concert. Sure.
Just straight out of the bottle. What? And this brings a question. Is that the Mona Lisa crew to go to a concert with on this team? I think it is. I don't think you could do better than that.
Gosman has to be in it.
Yeah.
Like, no doubt. Whit seems like a good guy. I was watching that the cricket star who was in and seeing that video of Whit playing too. He just seems like a genuine awesome guy.
Yeah, scratch golfer too.
Yeah, must be fucking nice. Holy shit. And then that is the best group of people you can ever
truly
bring
do think this. I think if you are picking guys that there's a lot of guys that like Kevin Kiermaier would be a good guy.
I think the only one you're missing is Ryu.
Yes.
The stories that have come out about people just loving Hyunjin Ryu, I think that's the missing link to make it perfect.
I'm just trying to think, though. I feel like Kiermaier has to be on there. He's a great time. He's probably double fisting, getting after it, just knows he's a man rock and never has to worry.
I feel like he's a body as a temple type guy.
Really?
I think so. That's what I get from him.
Okay. I could be. Springer then? Like, you think Springer to be a good Dynamite concert? He'd have to be. You know Springer's getting after it. Yeah. Maybe Springer and Ryu are the only guys missing there. Channel doesn't really like going out. Like, what a crew. And I'm going to say the crew again for the people. Kevin Gossman, who is the best guy of all time. You know that guy's the best guy of all time. Eric Swanson, our guy, Electric Factory. He's incredible. Whit Merrifield, grizzled vet who's been after it, who's boys with Patrick Mahomes. He's boys with everyone. He's the best. And Brandon fucking Belt. Imagine being at a Nelly concert, turning around, and there's just Brandon Belt with the boys, just absolutely shit-faced. It's all time. What a crew. What a crew. So I had to talk about that because I saw that picture. It was I think it was Kevin Gossman's story on Instagram because someone did tweet it. And I was like, this is to be a fly on the wall there. To be a fly on the wall would just the stories from these guys. And I'm gonna DM Swanson and say thanks for the invite to Nelly, man. Just to throw the bat signal out there. But yeah, what a crew that was. Let's go into today's game. It was good to wax a team today. I don't care who was pitching. That, by the way, that guy pitching today, Medina, what a piece of shit organization the Oakland A's are for just throwing that dude to the fire. He is clearly not ready for the major leagues, right?
Yeah, he's not very good.
Like, he is not. He's still young, has really good stuff, obviously. He settled in after the leadoff home run and the couple runs and stuff like that, but he's just not ready for the show.
And they wore those ugly-ass gray uniforms after wearing the best uniforms of baseball 2 days in a row.
Yeah, Luis Medina, 1-7. Like, this guy's just getting thrown to the fire, and you know he's probably going to go to some freak team and just going to be nasty because he has really good stuff, man. He really does. But yeah, today it was good to wax a team today. George Springer leadoff nuke. That just got the tempo was there. And I talked about this a couple weeks ago. It's good to just beat the brakes off a team from the first pitch to the last pitch. That's what it was today. 12-1. Just an absolute dog walking. Put him on a leash. It was all time. And we got to give a shout out to Yusei Kikuchi, man. 7 innings, 1 earned run. His ERA is better than Bassett's now, 3.75. His ERA is better than Spencer fucking Strider's right now. What a start. What a start. And he's implemented this curveball that I don't think he threw that much last year. Maybe a little bit he threw it, but his stuff is so good. And he does this little thing when he throws a ball and he just kicks his leg up to the moon. It's the cockiest, but like most subtle thing of all time. He is awesome when he is good. Awesome. And we were robbed of that last year. And now it's just so cool seeing a guy have success, pump 97 on the black, but be a little bit wild. He's awesome, man. 7-2 record with a 3.75 ERA. Just what a guy.
He's throwing this curveball a ton. Holy shit. I'm looking at the breakdown now. You say, like, let's look at his numbers. More than a strikeout per inning. 85 strikeouts and 84. I don't know if this is updated yet, actually. Like 7-2 with a 3.75 ERA.
Yes. What more could you ask for?
Literally nothing.
Like, I don't know what more you can ask for from this guy. And this is like, this is one of the greatest redemption arcs in my mind in like my history of rooting for the team. Has a guy ever been as bad as Kikuchi was last year? I believe I saw this from Nene Takes. His ERA was 5.08 last year at this point. Now it's 3.75, and he is making a good case. He's playing better than Bassett. Like, he is making a really good case that now you have another guy after Barrios that is like, I trust him now. I trust him. He's striking guys out. He's locating. He's 1 or 2 walks in every start. He's minimizing his walks. A little bit wild, but he'll give up a solo home run every once in a while too, obviously. But he's awesome. And today he said to John Schneider, no, I'm going out for the 7th. Right when he was walking off the mound, he said, I'm going 1 more. Put his balls on the table. That's what I love from this guy.
He hasn't thrown this curveball since 2019.
Really? So he just started implementing it now?
Yep. He's thrown a lot of them too, man.
Is it getting a lot of swings and misses?
209. He has a whiff percentage, 30%. Pretty good.
Wow. Okay.
And a batting average of 205 against it.
And I'll say this.
I'll say it. He's been unlucky with fastballs because the batting average against on fastballs this season, 304, expected batting average of 245.
Really? Okay. Yep. Wow. That's insane. But that was his best start as a Blue Jay. I mean, that was the most pitches he's thrown this year with the team. And that was the most innings he's thrown with the Toronto Blue Jays. 7 innings, 1 earned run, 8 punchies. 8. So,
just something you need so desperately when you're rocking bullpen games too is distance. And especially when you have that lead too. It wasn't what the final score said at the time he was pitching, but man, you need innings eaten at some point, and there's some good stuff for that. And Kikuchi, man, fucking writes.
I love it. And he's such a he was doing these little jokes with Vladdy. They're just fucking around in between innings in the dugout and stuff like that. He's the best. I'm excited.
Was it the first inning where he made that play on the chopper out
he's
front?
So good at fielding.
So he went to spin like the wrong way or something, like turned his feet so fast. I hadn't seen anything like that. It's just such an athletic move off the mound, man. He should have won a Gold Glove. Do you remember when I was like joking last season of his defensive run saved as a pitcher? Yeah, like, he should seriously win a Gold Glove.
JR, I think we should get the USI Young shirts back out. I get a million DMs about these.
I get
a million DMs about these. A million.
We need like a staple element.
I've got a personal. I got a
right?
personal text about the Kirk shirts coming back too.
Oh, yeah. Those can, I think
those are I love
the Kikuchi shirts will come back. We have the Canada collection. If the Canada Day collection doesn't launch on time, let's launch both Kirk and Yusei at the same time.
Oh,
back in stock.
Yeah,
but I will say this though, listeners, I would not be rooting for this because the Canada Day collection shirts fucking rule. They're like Peace Collective, right? They're like the Peace Collective shirts where it's
these are they're like a heavy t-shirt, great fucking quality, and the shirt is like you'd wear this shirt like we have to give this.
No, say what it is. You could get it. You could pull a female in these shirts.
We did you could pull. This is a custom made logo that we had a designer make. This is a logo no one has seen yet. Like this is.
I have chills. I
don't even know if people really understand how much thinking went into this, but we literally one night just decided let's just fucking do this.
We might have been drunk when we came up with this too. This is the best thing.
I guess like it's coming up. I think we got to give a teaser Monday. I guess we got to give a teaser this Monday. I think what we do is like we just show them where the inspo comes from, and
just get him because they're probably at least made. Just ask him to take pictures of them. And we'll just drop the pictures of them for the people just to kind of.
Well, you should give a teaser because they don't even know what to expect, right?
Yeah, exactly. We could do a teaser. We could do a teaser. We'll get a teaser going. But back to today's game, man. I mean, let's look at the numbers.
Kevin Biggio nuke.
Kevin Biggio 97 middle, just sending it to the moon. What a character development from this guy. And we've been pumping Santiago Espinal. We've been pumping his tires, obviously, rightfully so. The numbers are there. So funny. I just searched Kevin Biggio on Twitter and on Google, and the first thing that pops up is a Gate 14 tweet. Congrats on the sex on Google. Kevin Biggio, never mind. His last 7, 15, and 30 games, he's hitting all below 250. Never mind. OBP at 326, 338, and 273 though, so that's fine. We'll take that. But him turning on 97, and I've always said this: Kevin Biggio home runs fucking rule. Just that little uppercut swing where when he misses, it looks terrible, but when he makes contact, it rules. What a swing from this guy. And it was a stat pad. It was just a classic stat pad. Yep. That's what it was. It was all time. But congrats to George Springer, by the way. Second all time in leadoff home runs. 55. That's insane.
That's a lot of
55 leadoff home runs to start the game. That's fucked.
Yeah. That's a lot. And who is it? Ricky Henderson's the only one above him?
Yeah, he has like 84. Like, that's just impossible to catch up to. 84.
Yeah, that is a lot.
That's so fucking insane. But just looking at that lineup today, man, I mean, Guerrero 2 for 5, Bichette 2 for 5, Biggio 2 for 4, Espinal 1 for 3. Like, everyone got a hit besides Merrifield today. And Chapman 0 for 3 with 2 punchies again. Oh my God. Yeah. I made a tweet earlier, and I know we talked about the 3,000 hit stuff. I think Bo Bichette's the best hitter I've ever seen in the Toronto Blue Jays uniform. Because I don't remember Carlos Delgado. Obviously, I was like 3. I was like 3 to 9 years old when he was playing. I don't remember fucking Carlos Delgado. I know he's a freak. I know the guy hit 40 home runs at like 350. Bo Bichette is going to be the best pure hitter I have ever seen in a Toronto Blue Jays uniform. I truly think that. Is that a hot take? It might be. But this guy's ability to smash pitches the other way, weasel singles the other way, but also hit balls into the gap, left, right, anything, just handle every single pitch. That pitch he hit today was a cricket pitch. It almost bounced, and he hit a double, and he had I don't know if it was a double, but it was in the gap to score 2 runs from second. It's just he's the best pure hitter on this team, and he's the best pure hitter I've seen in a very long time. He deserves to get the Brinks truck, and he's more deserving of the contract right now, obviously, than Vladdy. He is. He's insane.
Yep. I don't know what do you constitute as a pure hitter?
Being able to use every type of the field, but also hit for power. I mean, this guy's stats are absurd.
Yeah, no, he's great. But it's like it's him and Vlad.
Yeah.
As the two best pure hitters I've ever seen on the Jays.
Okay, so Bo Bichette's stats. He already has, by the way, 106 hits, and we're not even at the All-Star break. 106 hits, 14 home runs, 47 RBIs, 318 average, 348 on base percentage with an 856 OPS. These numbers are ridiculous in June. Ridiculous.
If only he could walk more.
He's not a walk guy. He said,
No.
fuck it. I'm going to hit 300. Walks don't bring up the average, which I respect. He hates walking. He really does. He'll foul off 1,000 balls way out of the zone just so he doesn't walk. And I respect it. I love it. That's why I'm a Bichette guy forever. He's cleaned it up defensively. He is so deserving of just getting $350 million, $400 million. He's insane.
I got nothing to say. I agree with you, man. He's so fucking good.
What a pleasure it is.
You can always count on him. Go 2 for 5.
And it was like a sneaky 2 for 5 today. He didn't look comfortable at the plate. Obviously swinging at weird pitches, had a couple bad at-bats, and like his first 2 at-bats were really bad. And then goes just finishes the game off with 2 singles and RBI. Just insane. Insane stuff from this guy, man. It really is. What a pleasure it is to watch this guy every single day. There's another guy from today's game that stole the show. Butters. Trent Thornton. I don't know what this guy's doing, but this guy hasn't given up a run yet with the Blue Jays. He's on a Linsanity run that he goes on every once in a while, and everyone starts calling him good in 12-1 games. I'll say this. He does kind of sneaky throw gas.
Yeah.
He kind of does. What did he top out at today?
95-1.
That's insane.
His slider was up 4 miles an hour today.
He's the best. God damn it, Butters.
Butters, man.
He's the best.
Why do you think that's his nickname?
I have no idea. Like, it's the most phantom nickname ever, Butters. Like, it really is, but it's a really
bad nickname.
Like Mr. Seeds for Teo. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck was that? Butters forever, dude. Like, he just came in, carved, did what he had to do, and just, you love to fucking see it. You really do. You really fucking see it. Anyways, let's go back into the lineup for today. I'm going to say this. Kevin Kiermaier has to be an all-star. Has to be. Top 5 in the league, defensive runs saved or outs above average. I don't know which one it is. I'm not good with the stats.
Probably defensive runs saved.
Defensive runs saved, top 5 in the league. He's hitting 275. He's making things happen. He is the best outfielder defensively in the American League right now. He is. I don't know if there's stats that back it up. I could be wrong with this, but just based off of how good of a guy he is and just how much of a fan favorite this guy is and how good he's been, an underrated signing for this team. He has saved this team's ass a lot of the times with the plays he makes in the outfield, coming up clutch in certain moments, giving you a 275, which something he hasn't been able to do in his career in a long time. Get that guy to the goddamn All-Star game. You know he won't take that shit for granted. You know he won't. Get Kevin Kiermaier to the All-Star game yesterday. The people demand it.
He's outs above average are great too. 99th percentile on that, but yeah, he's fucking good. It's the thing we said when the team went that way, right? It's like, hey, is the outfield defense really going to make a difference for this team? And it has shown to make a significant difference. And that starts with Kevin Kiermaier being healthy and playing all the time.
Yes, it's such a good character development because he said today in an interview with I think Hazel May, he's like, I want to win a World Series here. I want to stay here. Like, just sign that guy. You know he's not going to take a lot. He might actually get a lot. I'm not sure because
I doubt he'll get a lot. He's aging.
He's really like increased his value though, for fuck's sakes, man, because he is still showing how good he is defensively, and teams need that. So, just make Kevin Kiermaier, leave him here forever. Fuck it. Good locker room guy, good team guy. Not going to be a detriment in the locker room. Maybe because he's so fucking hot that he's going to piss people off. I don't know. I used to hate guys like that on my teams, but yeah, just make him a Blue Jay forever. What a game today. It felt really good just curb stomping a team. I don't care who it was. Bad News Bears, the Great Britain national team. I don't give a shit. It was a good curb stomping. It was.
You want to go to some listener questions?
Yeah, let's go listener questions and then send them out here with the Giants series preview.
All right. Kyle. Shout out to Kyle. Kyle Treats. He's always in our shit. He wants to know top 3 TV shows of all time. Yours.
The Office, Trailer Park Boys, Parks and Rec.
That's so telling of the fucking TV that you watch, man. Just stuff that you can aim like.
Sorry, no, I changed that. The Office, Trailer Park Boys, and what was that show with Marty Bird?
Marty Bird, Ozarks.
Yeah,
Ozarks.
Those are the 3. Those are my 3.
Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, Eastbound and Down.
That's a great one. JR, what are yours?
Oh, this is gonna be fucking stupid.
Top 3 shows, right?
Riverdale is one of them for Jer for sure.
Man, top 3. I mean, no, they're probably all the business shows. Suits. I'm rewatching Suits right now.
Jesus Christ.
Succession.
That's just telling.
Billions.
There's 2 types of guys.
Business shows.
There's 2 types of guys. There's me who likes the brain dead shows, and then you got fucking Jordan Belfort here watching all the business shows. I respect it. I love to see it.
I love a good fucking business show.
I don't. I can't.
Like I was like an Apprentice guy. Like I love The Apprentice.
Of course you like the fucking Apprentice, man.
Yeah. Donald J. Trump.
Donald J. All
right.
right.
Next one. Okay, he's asking if you could select pitches from any J star to create the ultimate pitcher. Who would you do? Let's do a 4-pitch arsenal from the Jays team, creating the best pitcher you can.
Trevor Richards changeup.
What would you take? Kevin Gausman's splitter.
Kevin Gausman splitter. Trevor Richards changeup.
Nate Pearson fastball.
Yes, Nate Pearson fastball.
And then the Barrios slurve, maybe?
Yes, Barrios slurve. So say that again. The pitches we would take to make the perfect pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays. Trevor Richards changeup, Kevin Gausman splitter, Nate Pearson fastball, Jose Barrios slurve. That pitcher fucks. That pitcher. We might have just designed Trevor Richards.
I think I'd take Jordy's fastball over Nate's.
Why?
Yeah.
Just because Nate seems splat as fuck.
And yeah.
Okay. I have
like Jordy, like when he's hitting like 99, 100, I'd take that over.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because Nate gets, when he's
I'll
not
take 102, man. That's fine.
Yeah, when he's getting shelled, it doesn't look that good. I'll be honest. I mean, obviously no pitch looks good, but yeah, it's like goes out faster. So that's a good point.
If we had the prospects, who would you like the Jays to go after for the deadline?
Let's
make it realistic though, because you could go.
I really like Ryan Noda.
Bring him back.
Run it back. He's a good. I was looking at stats yesterday's game. He's the only guy on the A's with good numbers.
Yeah,
maybe Brett Rooker, but Ryan Noda is
really bad.
He's been really bad lately, right? Brent Rooker.
Yeah.
It's. I think the thing is like Ryan Noda is a realistic one because the A's don't give a flying fuck. Maybe someone from the White Sox.
I was gonna say like Giolito does it for me.
Really?
Yep.
That would
Giolito.
be
Who else?
That would be cool.
Like Liam Hendricks, Lucas Giolito package.
Mm-hmm. Oh fuck, we'd have to. I don't even know what we'd give up though for that.
Well, they're kind of selling off. You'd think.
Yeah, that's true. Giolito's
Liam Hendricks would rule, but he's injured right now, right? So
yeah, and he hasn't. I don't think he was that great when he was back.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's understandable with what he's gone through, but
fuck it, Ohtani. I would love just poach a good depth piece. Ross is gonna cook. Let Ross cook.
Like a Whit Merrifield-esque transaction would be nice.
Yes, for sure.
That's one just right out of the woodworks. All right.
Yes.
Jake is your dad. Top 3 bucket list vacation spots.
Ibiza.
Yep.
Watch Fisher and Ibiza.
Yep.
Bucket list. I'd probably say Ibiza is obviously one. That's because that place just looks insane. I don't know if I could afford it, but that place looks insane.
That's why it's on your bucket list, man.
Yeah. Ibiza, submarine go see the Titanic. Rest in peace. I would probably say Ibiza, Italy, and like I'd love to go to England. Go watch a Premier League game in the UK. That would probably be cool. I know we have a couple of UK listeners that can hook it up for me down there.
I'm sure
I think that's my three. I don't really care about Europe that much, but I do want to see, like, I should probably do it in the off season or something like that. Just go see Europe while I'm young.
I want to go to Switzerland.
Okay.
One of those countries in that area, just like mountains, beautiful. I want to go to Scotland to play golf.
Okay.
And then Australia, like one of the big cities. See what that's like.
Okay. Good day, mate. What about you, JR?
Europe is somewhere I wanted to go.
Okay, that's a lot of countries, Jared. We have to pick one.
Let's go Amsterdam.
Cool.
Oh,
guy,
weed guy.
Pervert.
Weed guy. Red light district guy.
Yeah.
Hawaii has been somewhere.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hawaii, Amsterdam, just somewhere where I could fucking crush some pints.
Yeah.
You know? Like I'm not
So Milton, Ontario. You
Yeah,
can do that in
no,
Milton,
like
Ontario.
Oktoberfest.
I think like yeah, like I kind of Montreal's kind of on that list. I've never been.
What?
So-
Montreal is on your bucket list of vacation places?
It's not like it's a bucket list.
It's like going to Europe,
I
pretty
gotta
much.
go. Like it's one of those where like you can't get the second thing on the bucket list without checking off this one. Like if like I can't skip steps here. I gotta go. Fucking ridiculous. I've never
I
been
can't
there.
believe you just said
I just tweeted
I
out
gotta
right now.
cover the basics before I go.
Montreal is on your bucket list, and you live
Done
4
it.
hours away from it.
Well,
All right.
Well, Jeremy lives
Windsor,
in
mine's
Los
Windsor,
Angeles.
Detroit.
Yeah, I do live on the guy in Los Angeles saying Montreal is funny, but
Sunday game.
Montreal is
Jay's game, Windsor.
Jay's game Windsor.
I'll be
That's
there.
my bucket list.
wait,
That's-
so Abe, could you though be there Saturday night?
Yeah.
Okay, because even if you guys, let's say Johnny goes both days, like we're going Saturday, but I got to be back. My flight leaves Sunday night, but you could come and we could go out together.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
and then
you
we
guys
go
could
to the
go to
game.
the game Sunday again.
I have a proposition, by
Johnny
the way.
could go.
I have a proposition for the boys. And
You do.
Avery can hear me out on this. The Jays play the Cincinnati Reds in August. That would be the greatest series ever. And I know a lot of guys on the Reds. And Matt McClain, Tyler Stevenson, Nick Lodolo. I know all these guys. We could get tickets easily.
And I got fucked up with their director of pitching in the fall too.
That's what I'm telling you. Imagine if we go to that series.
You guys are fucked, man. You guys are fucked.
Find me at the Tin Roof in fucking Cincinnati and goddamn bury me there.
Bury me there. Yeah, I went out there with Luplo when I went to go visit him when he was in the
Loopy.
Diamondbacks.
The loops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the next one, Ave?
I'll be there. All right. Would you rather have a collab with Mike Wilner or go to a baseball game with Zach Hampel?
Oh God.
Holy shit.
I think I'd rather.
No,
Dude.
Zach Hampel is talented. I want to see.
He has
him
a get. It's like watching Picasso paint.
Yeah, it sucks
A
that he's
Picasso
so
that
good.
mauls kids and just fucking steamrolls people for foul balls.
Yeah, and makes fun of people in wheelchairs.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go to a game with Zach Hampel because I could just be sarcastically into what he's doing. Like, all right, what's the strategy here, Zach? Where are we standing? And then
So do you know the glove from the Benchwarmers, Mega Mitt?
yes, Mega
That's
Mitt
what I would-
style.
That's what I would bring to my Zach Hampel.
Yeah, I would rather die than do collab or even just be in the same vicinity as Mike Wilner. So I'm gonna have to go with Zach Hampel.
I think so. Like Zach Hampel is talented at catching home run balls.
He's like I said, Picasso paint. Watching Picasso paint.
All right, this is a fun one. I couldn't even think of an answer to this. Top 3 small towns in Ontario.
Whoa. What constitutes a small town, though? That's
Oh.
my thing. Like, would Guelph be a small town?
I want smaller.
Georgetown has to be on that.
100%. There's so many fucking small towns. I mean, Muskoka doesn't even count as a small town, but like any little area up in Muskoka is great too. Jerry, you have to know some stupid...
Collingwood? Muskoka. It has to be Muskoka,
So
Georgetown.
small towns.
Arm Pryor, Ontario is
Are
on
we
my
just
list.
naming small towns?
Yeah.
Armprior, Beamsville, fucking
Stittsville.
Barry.
Stittsville.
Barry's not a small town.
Barry.
By the way, I tweeted Montreal's on my bucket list of vacation places, Jeremy Roach, and Dr. Net responded, JR to a dumbass. So I don't even know what constitutes a small town. I'm just gonna say Georgetown. Like Georgetown, maybe.
You
Burlington?
love George. No, wrong. You're doing this wrong. Next question. We can't fucking do.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you could only be the bad boys of one thing, what would it be?
That's a Dr. Net question, isn't it?
No, it's not Doc.
I think the bad boys of Blue Jays media is the GOAT thing. You know, like I think it's what we have going for us right now, where all the big suits, they know what. By the way, shout out to Show Ali for following us on Twitter.
And you saw Chris Black. You met Chris Black.
Yeah, I met Chris Black as well. I'll go into that story in a second. I think us being the bad boys of Blue Jays Twitter, where they can't really acknowledge us, but they respect what we're doing, and they'll never ask us to go on their shows, is kind of electric.
It's a good spot to be in.
It's like, yeah, we're just the bad boys of it, like Dr. Internet says. I'm just giving him 100 shout outs this episode, but yeah, I think that's where we're at. I think the bad boys of Blue Jays media is where we're at with it. Once we get that media credential, you know, they're going to be shaking in their boots, seeing us roll through the dugout, having a zin with Jano.
Yeah.
Just mucking it up with Yusei. By the way, I ruined that on the live stream today. I said we're potentially meeting him on Wednesday, so joke's over. But what's the next question?
I think we're almost done here. If the Jays were to build a new stadium, where would you want it, and what would you want it to look like?
Barrie, Ontario. No, I'm going to say I think it would have to be on the lakeshore overlooking the water, but it's kind of a dome, like a PNC vibes with a dome, like a retractable roof.
Okay. I was thinking Oracle Park, like San Francisco Giants, like on the water.
That would fucking rule. Splash zone home runs.
Like hit it out of the stadium into the water.
That would rule. Holy shit. Yeah, that would be sick. Splash zones. Oh my god, that'd fucking rule.
So like they would need the roof to move away from the outfield so you could hit it out somehow.
Yes.
It would take an engineering feat, but it could get done.
If Rome wasn't built in a day, get it done. Get it done, Toronto. Figure it out. And I was 10 years down the road, I feel like they're gonna just dismantle the Rogers Center and just put a shit ton of condos there. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And by the way, if someone was from Toronto here, I was walking home from the bar and I saw Bally Sports in Toronto. That's the cool bar we went to in St. Louis that I was talking about with the greatest vibes ever. That place, Bally Sports, is near the Rogers Center. So can someone let me know if we're building a Bally Sports bar in Toronto? Because if that's the case,
this is what I need to explain to you, which I was trying to explain. Bally Sports is like a media company.
I understand that, though.
And they're going under.
I understand that. But if they're going under, why are they building it? It's a brand new building they're building it at. Okay.
Interesting.
Maybe they're just tapping into the bar industry.
Maybe. That's what they seem to be good at.
Do you know how electric that'd be? If the same vibes as St. Louis, Avery? The 2 levels. Just the balcony with a shit ton of TVs. We need that in Toronto.
It's like my favorite part of the year, thinking about that bar.
Oh my god, that place fucking ruled. I have so many videos on that. Oh my god, that place was the greatest. Yeah, that's where I'll tell you the Chris Black story. So I was walking to the concourse, like I said again, sunglasses inside because I fucked up. And Chris Black's like, "Holy shit, Johnny!" And he's with his daughter. And I'll tell you what, I just spent $90 at the bar. I bought me and Alto 4 drinks. And I was just like, I ripped the vodka Red Bull like in 2 seconds. And Alto was like, dude, what the fuck? It's like 4:30. I was like, it's like 5 o'clock. What are you doing? And I see Chris Black and I look at his daughter immediately. And I'm like, your dad's a fuck. I didn't swear. I said, your dad's a legend. And she was obviously like nervous. Obviously, she's like, who's this drunk guy with sunglasses talking to my dad? But it was a great conversation with Chris Black. Shout out Chris Black. Great guy. He was in full dad mode. And I said to him, I was like, we're on just different sides here. I mean, you're wearing a backpack with your daughter walking. I'm hungover as shit, drunk. I'm drunk, just walking around the concourse, not even watching the game right now. And you are out here just taking care of your daughter. So I was like, there's just 2 different type of human beings here. I was like, maybe that'll be me someday. We'll see. But it was a great interaction with our guy, Chris Black. So shout out to Chris. But let's go into the Giants series, boys. Kevin Gossman revenge game Tuesday. Where are we at?
Yep. Mandatory.
Yeah? Listen, this offense is possible. I love the pitching matchups. Kevin Gossman on Monday against player to be named. They haven't announced it yet. Alex Wood, who fucking sucks. This dude is ass. Ass Wood. All right, that was a terrible one. But Alex Wood against Chris Bassett, and then Jose Barrios on the Thursday. This team is the hottest team in baseball right now, the Giants, right? They're just dog walking teams, just beating the brakes off of teams. 8-2 in their last 10. This is nut cutting time right here for the Blue Jays. This is where
that means they've lost 2 out of 3 in that last series. Then
yeah, they did. Yeah, they lost 2 or 3 to the Diamondbacks. This is nut cutting time, boys. This is where we see where we match up against the hot teams in baseball. I'm gonna say the Jays win this series 2-1. The pitching matchups are there. Gossman, Bassett, Barrios, the big 3, right? This is a series that you have all mismatches and pitching matchups. Like, Alex Wood sucks. Giants haven't announced their starter yet for Tuesday, and Thursday they haven't announced a starter. So it's going to be 2 random dudes. But I'm going to say Jays take 2 or 3. I love these pitching matchups. And the offense is really starting to figure it out. So I'm going to say 2 or 3, and I'm not going to use the B word if they win this series, by the way. I'm not going to.
Jays get swept.
All right. Avery's going with the reverse jinx thing, by the way, guys. So let's not fucking try to be mean to him, okay? Jared, what are you saying?
I think we take it 2-1, but I hope this will be a good momentum winning 3 series in a row.
Against
into
good
some
against
easy matchups.
But like,
this will be big. I think winning this series sets the tone for these.
You got to beat the shit teams, boys. You got it.
Really do.
Yeah, you got to beat the shit teams. But yeah, I'm gonna say 2 or 3. I'm excited for this. We'll be at the game Wednesday. At least that's what I told. That's what I told our guy who's sending us tickets. So I'm excited for that Wednesday. And anyways, let's have a great week. Long weekend next weekend. The vibes are going to be insane. I'm excited that I'll be in downtown Toronto having a good time on the weekend. And I'm excited to see just the sold out Rogers Center. I know they suck in the red jerseys though, so that's kind of a bummer, but I'm excited for it. Enjoy the week. Let's get through this week. Let's keep buzzing. This series is going to rule. Giants, Blue Jays, man. Just 2 really good teams going at it. So let's have ourselves a week. No one use the B word. Let's stay humble. Let's win a goddamn series. And we will see you guys tomorrow for the basketball game heard around the world. Me versus Avery, part 1. I'm excited for you guys to see it. I'll be in the chat talking to people, watching it with you guys. So let's have a great summer week here. Let's go. Any last words, J.R. Avery?
Do it.
Nope.